that jumps out at me, Kevin, is the guard matchup. I mean, both teams have tremendous backcourts, and I really think whoever is able to win or control that battle is going to win the game.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, they've got Adebayo. Mitchell is out there with Tyler Hero. Then it's Wiggins, and it's Ware in at the center position. Now Randall after Tyler Hero's three-pointer that didn't go.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
Here's Ware. Sinks the triple. Ware's got his team on the board to start the game for the Heat.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
Boy, I tell you, you're right. You can feel this one looking like it's going to be a tight one throughout.
Now here is Conley. Edwards with it. Now defended by Wiggins. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. I spoke briefly with Chris Finch. I asked Coach about facing off against Bam Adebayo, and he told me the dangerous thing about Bam is his versatility. He's able to play different roles for his team depending on the matchup. And that versatility makes it difficult to game plan against him. Guys?
Thank you, David. And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And Kevin, well deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city. Plus, he's already got a street named after him.
Edwards dishes to Randall. Gobert with a screen for Conley. Randall against Adebayo. Randall with the bucket.
Randall's got an unorthodox game, but he's got a good, strong upper body, which makes him a very consistent scorer inside.
Mitchell kicks to Hero. Miami no good on that time either. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Randall from outside. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
This is what the team relies on Gobert for, clearing the glass and finishing the play.
Adebayo with a screen on McDaniel. Wiggins finds Adebayo. Mitchell wide open. That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Hero against Conley. Pass to Randall. Gobert in the corner. Back to Randall. Banked in off the glass.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Here's Ware. Takes a three. And again, Miami with the triple.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Conley kicks to Edwards. Randall a screen on Mitchell. Out to Conley. McDaniels up top, covered by Wiggins. And here we go. Wiggins heading to the hoop. And again, Miami with the triple.
Going rack to rack. You see the athleticism of Wiggins, but also the tremendous effort to get down the court like that.
Well, G.A. Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother. And Kevin, Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard and now arguably a top 25 player.
Here's Ware. 6 points for him. Pass to Adebayo. Clock at 4. Adebayo with a screen on McDaniel. And it's Wiggins missing. Timberwolves trail by 6. Edwards passes to Conley. Sinks the three-pointer.
Nice to see Conley receive the dime for once. He's normally the one dropping dimes.
Wiggins against McDaniel. Takes the three. A three-pointer is right on target. Wiggins has got 6 points.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Out to Conley. Pass to Edwards. Another shot. That's tipped, and that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. 16 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. On the wing, Mitchell. Edwards defending. Spins. Here's Ware. Converts after the nice spin. He's got 8.
He's just so hard to check. I mean, he can turn you one way, then use the spin move, put you in the cycle, and then make you look like a washing machine.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Miami?
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
And one other thing they've done well today, guys, share the ball. I mean, set up teammates and just playing unselfishly.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. Miller is out there with Joe Ingles. Then there's Reed. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 2. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves.
Boy, the upside DiVincenzo has is obvious. I mean, now it's up to him to continue working on his game and keep getting better.
Drills it from outside. Jaquez has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. DiVincenzo with it, and Jaquez picks him up defensively. Reed with a screen on Burks. Here's DiVincenzo. Reed kicks to Miller. Ingles with the screen for Miller. Pass to Ingles. Here's Alexander Walker. Just 5 on the clock. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Here's Jovic. And the Heat, another 3.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Now here's DiVincenzo. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
I don't think the defense was ready for DiVincenzo to get assertive like that. Dunking right on top of him there. Oops, upside your head.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Pass to Reed. All sorts of time. It's hauled in by the Heat.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
Got a piece of it. Here's Alexander Walker. Jaquez defending. Yep, it goes in, and the Miami lead is up to just 9 on the basket from Alexander Walker. Burks looking around. Pass to Jovic. Gets to the corner and buries it. Jovic has got 5. And so it's Ingles with it. He brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, the last few years, we saw teams giving up bounties worth of draft picks and trades for star players. But with teams now possessing more roster spots to develop prospects and about 3/4 of the tradable picks hoarded by just 1/3 of the NBA's teams, we may not see so many picks given up moving forward. Kevin?
You're exactly right, David. Something certainly to keep an eye on. Robinson passes to Jaquez. No good from outside.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Pass to DiVincenzo. And here is Ingles. Reed with a screen on Jaquez. And with that, the Heat lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Reed. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now.
For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. DiVincenzo against Hacker. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Now, here is Robinson, still without a basket.
And there aren't many players more reliable from three-point range than he is, especially when the D's playing off him like that.
DiVincenzo passes to Alexander Walker. Back to DiVincenzo. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Miami leading by 12. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Ingles against Hacker. Fires for 3. Rebound by Alexander Walker. Ingles against Robinson. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. That 3 off the mark. And here's Love from the arc. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Miami up by a dozen here. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. On the court for the Heat, Andrew Wiggins is out there with Adebayo. Then it's Tyler Hero. Then it's Mitchell, and it's Ware in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And with that, the Heat lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Randall.
Yeah, you know, he's evolving his offense over time, Julius Randle, and I think the coaching staff is happy to see it. They like to see him take and make these shots.
Clark, if you had one word to describe Mike Conley, what would it be?
Reliable, steadfast, dependable. And I know that's 3, but I wanted to give you 3 different words I could use to describe him. Only 2 seasons in his whole career has he not played at least 50 games. That speaks to durability and professionalism.
Now Randall, following Davion Mitchell's 3-point attempt. Edwards crashing in from outside.
Edwards loves those long-range bombs. He's a confident shooter.
Wiggins dishes to Ware. Pass to Adebayo. Hero from long range. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert has got 4 rebounds now tonight. To the paint. Outside for Randall. Now McDaniels, still scoreless. High post, Gobert. Outside, Edwards. It's 3-pointers off the mark. The Heat leading by 6. Out to the wing. No one near Adebayo as he lets it go. And a miss there on the triple. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. It's stolen by Adebayo. In transition, here comes Miami. Hero fires from way outside. That one falls coming off Adebayo's feet. Adebayo's got 3 assists in the game. Outside Conley. To the inside, Randall. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass. Just sailed it right out of bounds.
Miami's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. There's always a surprise, isn't there, Clark, in the offseason? Let's go back to 2022. That offseason, the Timberwolves going all in on Rudy Gobert.
Basically, Kevin, they traded 5 firsts plus a bunch of good players for Gobert. It was derided at the time, and I can understand why, but Rudy's defense has taken them to another level, and he's actually been a little better offensively than people thought he would be.
Timberwolves trail by 11. Edwards looking it over. Outside for Randall. Pass to Conley. Gobert in the corner. Outside Edwards. 5 on the clock. Over Mitchell. Edwards. That's good. Edwards got 5.
Nice mid-range J from Edwards there. He's obviously not too concerned about what the analytics say about that shot.
Minnesota's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Gobert down low. Outside for Randall. McDaniels a screen on Adebayo. Randall passes to Edwards. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Gobert, no good. And so Adebayo will bring it up for the Miami Heat. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
Well, I'll tell you what, how easy does Wiggins make the game look? I mean, in the flow, excellent stroke from distance. That's fun to watch.
And here is Conley following the three-pointer by Andrew Wiggins. Edwards against Mitchell. Now here's McDaniel. He's covered closely. For 3, Edwards. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Stay clear of Gobert on the dunk now. The force he goes to the rim with is mighty.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Hero kicks to Adebayo. Three-pointer. Mike Conley grabs the miss. Timberwolves trail by 10. That's to Gobert. Now here's McDaniel. He's guarded closely. The Timberwolves shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Good on the second free throw. Robinson on the wing. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
Yeah, unnecessary. I mean, make them earn those points from deep. Don't give them to them for free at the line.
And he sinks the second. And he nails the third.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. We've got Naz Reid, Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then it's Miller, and it's McDaniels in at the 3. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Outside Robinson. Pass to Jovic. There's a screen by Robinson. Jacks up a 3. And again, Miami with the triple.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on deep.
Now, here's McDaniels. To the paint. Now, Alexander Walker. The 3 for DiVincenzo. Jaquez with the steal. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot three.
Such a skilled guy to guard. Love a difficult matchup for anybody.
And Eric Spoelstra, the head coach of the Miami Heat, receiving a record 8-year, $120 million extension. Greg, that's some big dough.
Is it ever? And remains coaching for the only NBA franchise he's ever worked for. Already one of the most tenured head coaches in the association, and that figures to continue for a while.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Pass to McDaniels. 2 on the clock. A shot off that time. And here are the Heat now. They're rolling here with a 9-point run on the wing. Hawkins. Now here's Burks, defended by Alexander Walker. Burks can't get it to go. Timberwolves trail by 21. Alexander Walker passes to McDaniels. Reed with a screen on Burks. Pass to Reed. Now here's McDaniels. Miller sets a screen for McDaniels. And he banks in the layup.
Strong work inside by the 6'9" Jaden McDaniels, showing how effective he can be down there.
Love with the screen on Miller. Here's Jovic. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Jovic has got 9 points in the quarter.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Minnesota making some changes. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Randle comes in for Miller. And it's Edwards in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Hero passes to Mitchell. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. No good on the three.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help this team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Where good.
And relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Outside Edwards. Randle right side. A three ball. Rebound by the Heat. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Adebayo. And a wide open look for Hero. Misses the three. Timberwolves trail by 20.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Heat.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
Now, Hero. There's the triple. And he's good on the three ball.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
There's 45 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's the screen. Near the three-point line, it's Mitchell. Julius Randle with the rebound. And so it's Randle bringing it up now for the Timberwolves. They trail by 18. Pass to McDaniels. The shot, no good. Wiggins with some nice D. Puts up a deep three. Off target with that shot. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. This one was over. Thank you, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
if they were, this game wouldn't be close, Brent.
You're right, BA, but we're not doing it. We're out here on the court, and we want to see guys going at it. Tonight, given where these teams are, can the underdog step up, rise up, and get an unexpected win? We're going to find out.
Now the opening lineup for Atlanta. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Dyson Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's Ricochet in at the small forward position. Randall inside. Johnson on him. Rejected by Okongwu. And here are the Hawks now. Randall with a steal. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
When Gobert is close like that, you know he's going to try and ram it through.
Knocks it loose.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
Outside McDaniels. Randall right side. Shot clock at 5. Crafty move. Rebounded by Johnson. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. Fires from deep. Drains the triple.
And that's where Young is just so comfortable. He lives well beyond the three-point line.
The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. And you watch Jalen Johnson. His athleticism, man, it's unique.
Pretty unique at his size, right, BA? He just glides around the court. He's got great speed when they play in transition and can get above the rim. So this guy, a bit of a matchup nightmare. Just think when he gets his confidence.
For 3, Randall. That shot is off. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. There's Young with the 3. Johnson on the wing. Johnson a screen on Gobert. Offensive rebound. Edwards against Young. McDaniels got room. Gets a very good look and converts.
And how about Edwards keeping his head up and spotting the open man?
Outside Young. Back to Daniels. And here's Okongwu for 3. Minnesota with a rebound. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Chris Finch. We talked about star guard Trae Young, their biggest problem tonight. Coach said Young is one of the most explosive offensive guys in this league. We want to make him a volume scorer, force Trae into lower percentage looks. Should be a fascinating matchup, BA.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Young looking for an opening from deep. Johnson sends it home from three-point land.
And good recognition there from Trae. It's part of his role. He's got to find open guys.
Young against Conley. Pass to McDaniels. And a fast break now for the Hawks. Here's Ricochet. Oh, he misses the wide open dunk. The Timberwolves have gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. Edwards, a pass to Conley. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
A cagey score on the inside. Conley has the smarts and he has the skill.
The Timberwolves lead by 3. And you look at the history of the Hawks. Brent, they've won 1 NBA championship. That was back in 1958.
Yeah, BA, tough for people in Atlanta to even recognize that because the team wasn't there in 58. They were in St. Louis, and they were led by the great Bob Pettit, who was one of the first really impressive, agile big man of his era.
Conley passes to McDaniels. Pass to Gobert. Back to Daniels. Shot clock at 6. Randall, the pass to McDaniels. Down low. And now the Hawks on the break. Young from long range. Okongwu finds Young. Pass to Ricochet. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Hawks need to get one up here. Daniels The shot is good, and this game is back to even.
Yeah, a complete offensive player. Daniels can set people up, and he can knock down shots.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Trae Young. That's foul number 2 for him. There's 10 seconds left in the first quarter. For 3, DiVincenzo. Here's Miller. Tie game in Minnesota. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. All right, let's quickly break down the game, what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves, guys.
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
All right, this is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second. Clint Capella out there with Larry Nance. Then it's Terrence Mann. Then there's George Niang. And it's LeVert in at the point. Mann, the pass to Nance. With the fadeaway. Alexander Walker grabs the board. And Minnesota with possession here. Here's Miller. Flushes it down to finish the break.
That was execution to perfection. Textbook transition offense.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Mann, the pass to Nance. Hits the trifecta.
Nance Jr. wasting no time and quick decision-making, helping out that possession.
Left side, Alexander Walker. Outside Reed. There's the 3. Stolen. All by himself. On the wing man. Yet to see a basket. The Timberwolves trail. Here's Shannon. Deflected.
Larry Nance Jr. getting up and getting it out.
Here's Alexander Walker. Outside Reed. Back to Alexander Walker. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
He challenges the defender and throws it down with 2 hands.
Man, just straight power on that one. Clear the deck. Gets the 3 ball to go. LeVert's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, BA, the Hawks are figuring it out. Coach Quinn Snyder said, growth isn't linear. We want to just keep improving. The players have bought in. They're working. They're practicing hard, hitting the film. Everybody has been absolutely coachable. I think we're learning. Guys, it's all about the journey here.
Yeah, I'm trying to take that next step. That's how it's done. Thanks, Allie. Outside man. Back to LeVert. Just 5 to shoot. No good from outside. The Timberwolves have gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. And the shot goes down. Miller has gotten 4 this quarter. And as the perimeter game took over, it seemed that the dominant big man went away a bit. Instead, the bigs just got more skilled, Brent.
Well, BA, dominant big men are really hard to come by. So when you do get one, there tends to be a lean. But yes, it's been about the skill of the big over the past few years, along with the game transitioning to the three-point line and picking up the pace. There'll be another big man out there who changes the game back to the low block, BA.
DiVincenzo can't hit. Atlanta's gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter. Launches it, and that one's good, man. And the Hawks lead by 3.
A Swiss Army knife talent, LeVert is very skilled at setting the table for his teammates.
Up top, Alexander Walker. He's guarded by man. DiVincenzo against LeVert. DiVincenzo, pass to Miller. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The Hawks lead by 3. Nance for 3. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
Oh, nice ball movement by LeVert. A welcome sign for this team.
Here's Shannon, defended by Niang. Pass to Miller. Outside, DiVincenzo. Back to Miller. Alexander Walker, the pass to Miller. Minnesota again missing. Atlanta's gone 50% from the perimeter in this second, shooting 4 of 8. That's tipped. To the middle. Nice shot by DiVincenzo.
Well, he's got no problems getting inside if there's that kind of room available. Dante with 2.
Yeah, just hold for the last shot. Don't give them another possession at all.
Yeah, hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
Well, these teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got it off in time.
While this call may not decide the game, always prefer to get it right.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Hawks ahead, up by Allie as always. Thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Boy, you gotta like what Larry Nance has done in this game.
Yeah, his stats may not jump out at you, but that's not the whole story.
Well, the commitment he has to fill his role and consistently fill that role, that's what that team needs from him.
Amp is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the 1 spot. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Here's Edwards. Get up, Anthony Edwards!
Oh my, Edwards looking to demoralize the defense a little with that one.
To the left wing. Back to Daniels. Unloads. And he hits the jumper for 2. Daniels has got 5 now.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Randall finds Gobert. Now here's Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. 4 on the clock. Here's Conley. There's the triple. Okongwu with the rebound. Okongwu's got 4 rebounds now. Out to the wing. Back to Young. Johnson a screen on Conley. Young misses. Timberwolves trail by 4. Man, Brent, when Trae Young is on the floor, his teams put up ridiculous offensive numbers. What makes Trae a difference maker?
Well, I think Trae's relentlessness as an offensive player is hard to defend. I mean, he's so quick with the basketball. He gets into the teeth of the defense and causes so many problems, BA. He sometimes has those stretches where he becomes an offense unto himself.
Edwards for 3. Anthony Edwards rains one in.
Shooting the 3 with confidence. That's exactly what this team needs from Edwards.
Here's Daniels. The kick out to Johnson. There's Young with the 3. Fires in the triple. 6 points for him.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Pass to Johnson. Here's Daniels. Picked up by Okongwu. Young, the pass to Johnson. And stolen by Edwards. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Oh, and Johnson with a block. And that'll be Minnesota's ball as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves able to keep the possession. Gobert finds Randall. Let's go with a 3. Drops in the 3. Randall's got 6.
Well, Randall keeping you rawness here. Not a knockdown shooter from that range, but is showing more and more that he's capable of doing just so.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
With the game on the line, Ice Trae is dangerous man. Young said, I've been owning the moment my whole life. That's what I do. I work too hard to be afraid of the moment. Brian?
Well, Allie, it definitely shows in his play. It's great stuff there. Thank you. And here's Edwards outside. The rebound by the Hawks. Johnson's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Daniels. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
Edwards rises up and powers it down.
A strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. The shot by Johnson, no good. And here's Randall. He'll bring it up for the T-Wolves. Outside McDaniels. Randall outside. Pass to McDaniels. On the take. 5 on the clock. And the layup is good off the glass. McDaniels gotten his second bucket of the game.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out. He brings it.
Randall with a great effort there, up and athletic and at the rim.
Here's Daniels. He's got 11. Oh, the Hawks again cannot hit it.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
This will be his second trip to the free throw line. And the Hawks going with a whole new group out there. Minnesota's gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. LeVert passes to Nance. Outside for LeVert. The 3. Rebound Minnesota. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. McDaniels with it, and it's Niang picking him up. For 3, Randall. Rebounded by the Hawks. Capella's got his 4th rebound in this one. From behind the arc. Counted from distance. Man's got 6. Right side McDaniels. Randall outside. Fires the 3. That shot off the mark. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Atlanta on top. They're up. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. 4th quarter on the floor for the Hawks. Larry Nance is out there with Clint Capella. Then it's Karis LeVert. Then it's Terrence Mann. And it's Niang in at the 3. That 3's off the mark. Atlanta leading by 3. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Kept alive. And the slam dunk by Capella.
Not a lot of plays drawn up for Capella, so his energy and involvement come from that kind of activity there.
Outside, Alexander Walker, and it's Larry Nance with a foul. That's his first foul, and the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. Atlanta making some changes. Randall on the screen. Pass to Gobert. Just 4 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. And a hand on it.
Yeah, that was a great job on defense from Daniels. He knows how to distract shooters.
Man, he's checked in for Atlanta. The Hawks have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the 4th. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Conley. The 3 is up. Drills it from deep.
Just a smart offensive player. Conley is aware of when he should look to rise and fire. Woo, I love it.
The drive by Man. And that one is stuffed right through.
And nobody putting out much of an effort to stop him.
Surprising in a close game, a lack of energy on defense.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Randall deciding where to go with it. Gobert finds Conley. Off target from outside.
At this point, I'm not sure if it's the play calling or the player himself.
They get the rebound. Pass to Daniels. The three is up. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
Outside Conley. Outside Edwards. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Well, we know Edwards has an impressive skill set, but what really separates him is the competitive edge that he plays with.
And he sinks the second. We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Now here's man. McDaniels covering. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Pass to Gobert. Edwards with it. Rebounded by Johnson.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Young from long range. Another 3 for Atlanta.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Outside Edwards. Clock at 6. From outside, off the mark. No need to rush here. Take your time.
Take your time. This is where you can reset and try to get a good shot. Great teamwork and great timing.
Oh, spectacular play. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Gobert with a screen on Young. It's McDaniels on the wing. Let's go with a 3. Okongwu with the rebound. Okongwu's got rebound number 7 tonight.
Well, now it's just a matter of watching the sand fall through the hourglass. This game is wrapped up in a strong showing for the Hawks.
And it was dueling 3-pointers all night. A battle they won.
Both teams had the same plan. Win the game on the perimeter. So fun to watch.
Randall can't hit. And there's the foul. It's on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Don't do anything silly. Just ride out the clock.
Yes, if they take their time and execute, the game is all theirs.
Young, the pass to Daniels. Back to Young. Up and over Conley. Nails the baby hook.
And they came in here with some attitude, and it brought out their best play.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight. Getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
A nice dish by Gobert. With his height, he can see over the whole defense.
Man. And it's Atlanta scoring again.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
15 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Outside Conley. Back to Edwards. Outside Conley. And so it's Atlanta easily grabbing this one. They have to feel good about this performance. It's all right, Allie, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Alongside
about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. The front court is Rizuche and Johnson. Karis LeVert is out there with Daniels. And it's Okongwu into the five. And that one's good. Daniels.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, Hero. In the corner, it's Wiggins. Hero sets the pick for Wiggins. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And, guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet, we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Here's LeVert. For the three. And Ware pulls it down. So, Stan, you can talk about this. We always hear about heat, culture, the Miami franchise, from top to bottom. Everybody is all in and focused in one direction, aren't they?
Yeah, Kevin, I think that is the greatest strength the Heat have had as an organization, is they are all on the same page. And I think they've done it in large part because they have great continuity. If you just look up and down their staff, guys have been there forever. And that allows them to have a very consistent culture.
And teams have tried to copy that, and it's been very hard, hasn't it?
Well, it's been hard because the part they leave out is the consistency part. You can't build that kind of culture when you're making changes with your coaching staff and your front office every 2 to 3 years.
Now Hero following Onyeka Okongwu's three-point attempt. Wiggins outside, takes a three. Okongwu grabs the board. Hawks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Three-pointer, LeVert, and Ware pulls it down. Miami's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Mitchell outside. Pass to Ware. Now Hero. There's the pick. Just 5 to shoot. Wiggins outside. Here's the three. Atlanta with the rebound.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Three-pointer, Daniels. It's good from long range. Daniels has got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Atlanta. Hero on the wing. Wiggins from outside. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
For Miami, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. From past the arc. Another miss for him, now shooting 1 for 4 from the floor. The Hawks leading. LeVert from outside. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. And so Adebayo will bring it up for the Heat. Well, we're used to the stretch big men these days, Stan. That's not Bam Adebayo's game, though. How is he still effective?
Well, Kevin, Bam is a highly skilled big in his own right. He just doesn't have the three-point shot, but he's got the ball handling, he's got the passing, and he's got the mid-range jumper, and he puts those things together into a very effective package.
Yeah, he has a good handle, doesn't he?
Oh, he's got a great handle.
Now, Hero. Karis LeVert unable to get his last shot to go. And the foul on Dyson Daniels. That's his first foul. Outside, Hero. Oh, good with the triple. The Hawks trailing. And here's Daniels. He's got 6. Good on the three-point shot. Daniels has got 9 points.
Man, he is feeling it from three-point range. All of a sudden, he just can't miss.
20 feet out. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
It's stolen by Adebayo. Hero with it. He's picked up by LeVert. For Atlanta, they've gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Pass to Daniels. Beyond the arc. Back to LeVert. Fires from deep. Buries the long-range jumper.
From range, LeVert's one of those guys you have to respect his shot. He makes enough from beyond where you have to honor him.
No one near Adebayo as he lets it go. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up, and even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got that off in time.
So at the end of one quarter, some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Heat.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And they've also been feeling it from beyond the arc. Good start for them so far.
We've got Kevin Love. Alec Burks is out there with Duncan Robinson. Then there's Jaime Jaquez. And it's Jovic in at the power forward position. So that's who Miami starts the second with. Jaquez with a wide open look. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Len has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. On the wing, man. From downtown. Back to Young. Six to shoot. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound by the Heat.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
Niang. The Hawks again can't hit. The Heat with the lead. Jaquez left side. Robinson for 3. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Jaquez with the steal. 3-pointer. Nance gets the rebound. Hawks have gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. And really deep 3 that time.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
And Jovic gets it to go.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Pass to man. Capella with a screen on Robinson. Man can't hit. And so it's Burks bringing it up now for Miami. Jaquez outside. Love with the screen for Burks. Here's Jovic. Clock at 6. It's a pick by Love. There's the 3. Rebound by the Hawks. Capella's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Man. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. Man's got 6 points. I know, Stan, when I think of you as a coach, I think defense. So let me put you on the spot as you assess the wing defenders in the NBA right now. Who are some of the top 2 or 3 that you notice?
Well, look, there's so many good ones. my favorite right now is Lou Dort because he's so strong, he's so disciplined, and he has an amazing ability to use his body even against guys that are a lot taller. He is a frustrating guy for great scorers to play against.
Now, he brought a lot to the NBA, but haven't the Thunder done a good job developing that kid?
Well, they have, and look, they've got other great defenders too, like Jalen Williams.
Takes a step back, and Young kicks to Capella. Back to Young. From deep. Hits it from three-point range. Young's got the lead up to 4 now for Atlanta.
And one thing about Trae Young, this guy has zero fear, always looking to pull from deep.
Here's Niang. The three-pointer, no good. And Miami shooting only 32% from the field. Plenty of signs of struggle by this offense today. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Robinson, that's good.
Nice read from the big guy. Love his teammates appreciate that selfless attitude.
Young looking around. Man finds Young. They set the pick. Back to Man. A three. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 3 assists in the game. Burks for 3, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Thanks, David, and we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the 3rd quarter underway.
And get ready for the half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're measuring up the shot.
And as we get into this 3rd quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. So it's the Hawks now. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. Well, the Miami Heat have always been in contention, Stan, for the East, and you've worked in the organization. Why is that?
Well, look, Kevin, I'll admit to a bit of a bias here, but they have a great coach, maybe the best in the league. He's been there since 2008. That consistency and continuity really helps, and this team expects themselves to win no matter what they go through.
Checking out the group of Quinn Snyder to start the 2nd half. In the post, it'll be Johnson and Okongwu. LeVert out there with Daniel. And it's Shea in at the 3 side. Higgins outside for the lead. Atlanta with the rebound. Johnson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to LeVert. Launches a 3, and the 3 ball is good. LeVert's got 6.
And continuing to impress and taking on more responsibility. LeVert understanding when he should look to score.
And the foul on Dyson Daniel. That's foul number 2 for him. Here in this 3rd quarter, just over a minute play. There's Hero with the 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. He's got 6.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Miami trailing. Adebayo with a screen for Wiggins. Fires the 3. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got his 5th rebound right now in the game. 3-pointer, LeVert drills it from outside.
Well, it's a 3-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
And the foul on Dyson Daniel. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And we're just about 2 minutes into the 2nd half now. Here's Hero. Pass to Adebayo. And it's Daniels with the rebound.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Johnson with a screen on Hero. 5 to shoot. Daniels passes to Johnson. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. Adebayo kicks to Ware. Higgins outside. Launches it. Rebound Atlanta.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
The offensive rebound. Okongwu, the pass to LeVert. They set the pick. Pass to Rizeshay. The 3. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Adebayo's got 5 rebounds tonight. Stand from 15 feet in. Not many players more dangerous in this NBA than Bam Adebayo.
No, there's not, Kevin. He's got the total package when he gets in the mid-range area on down. He can shoot the mid-range jumper above the rim to finish. He can score with his back to the basket, and he's an outstanding passer.
We haven't even mentioned his defense, right? Because his defense is off the charts.
Always an all-defense consideration.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
And pretty consistent from range. Wiggins has the natural tools to do a little bit of everything.
Here's Rizeshay. Atlanta again missing.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
And the call will be against Karis LeVert. That's his first foul. And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. And here are the Heat now. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half.
Well, nice execution off the inbounds. They caught the defense napping on the perimeter.
Wasted no time on that one. Young's got 6.
As a leader, you've got to know when your team needs a response. Young gets that, and great 3 to answer right back.
There's a screen by Robinson. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Jaquez has got his second bucket.
And some kind of switch must have been flipped at halftime because both teams are getting after it.
Yeah, and you can feel the pace picking up in this second half. Both teams have dialed up the intensity.
Pass to Robinson. There's 14 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. 6 to shoot. Love the pass to Jaquez. From outside the arc. The shot, no good. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Heat lead by 3.
Here we go.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. The Heat leading by 3. We've got Jaime Jaquez. Alec Burks is out there with Duncan Robinson. Then there's Kevin Love. And it's Jovic in at the 4. It's the group on the floor for Miami. Robinson dishes to Burks. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Young pass to Mann. It's Young on the wing. Burks covering. And that's good. Trae Young for 3. Young's got the game tied up here for the Hawks. Knocked away. It's stolen by Nance. And oh, here we go. Young's got it. The fast break chance from the arc. They get it again. Pass to Niang. And here's Nance. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Here's Jaquez. Off target from outside. The Hawks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Mann with it to take the lead. The basket good off the assist from Young.
3 points.
Young's got 4 assists in the game.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Burks' shot is good.
Yeah, and when you're
hit, you gotta hit back.
A bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
Young outside. Nance a screen on Burks. Young from outside. It's rebounded by Jovic.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no cover.
Burks can't get it to go. And so it's Capella who brings up the ball for the Atlanta Hawks. Man finds Young. There's the screen. Sinks the three-pointer. Young's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for Atlanta.
And this game belongs to Young right now, and he is simply making everything.
Pass to Jovic. Now Burks. Robinson with it. Just 5 on the clock. The Heat need to get a shot off. Shoots the three. Jovic, no good. Atlanta leading by 3. Young with the ball. And Burks picks him up defensively. Pulls it up. Young, no good. Miami's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers is found in the bottom of the bucket. 1:53 left in the fourth quarter. Niang kicks to Capella. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. And here's Young from the arc. Another 3 for Atlanta.
This is why people are just so high on Young, because he comes through with big shots in the game.
Robinson sinks that one from the post. 1:36 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Young. In the corner, Nance with it. Driving to the basket. Pass to Niang. 5 on the clock. There's the pick. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Now, here is Robinson. It's a pick by Love. 1:02 left in the fourth quarter of this one. To take the lead. They get the rebound. Atlanta's gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter. Young outside. It's hauled in by the Heat. But Trey nails the triple.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Here's Young. It drops. He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Ice in his veins. Young excels at stepping to the plate and delivering in the clutch.
Outside Robinson. Pass to Jovic. Back to Robinson. Jaquez outside. Can't knock in the 3. Young with the ball. Got it up in time. Oh, it's no good. And we're headed to overtime. And that's going to do it for regulation. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. And the NBA, right or wrong, Stan, has been called a copycat league before. If something works, it catches on quick. Is that a fair statement?
Well, I think it is to some degree, Kevin. Certainly, we all watch each other and learn from each other, and you're always looking to see what someone else does in their system that would fit into what you do, but you can never fully copy another team because the personnel is different.
Yeah, every roster's different, isn't it? And you've got to tailor things you want to do with what you've got.
That's exactly right. So if my personnel's not the same as yours, I might be able to take a little bit of what you do, but I can't take it wholesale.
They've got Adebayo. Mitchell is out there with Hero. Then it's Andrew Wiggins, and it's Ware in at the 5, roaming the paint. And Ware pulls it down. The Heat leading by 3. On the wing, Wiggins. This one for 3. Rebound, Atlanta. Okongwu's now got his 8th rebound here tonight. Pass to Johnson. Here's Shea for 3. Drills the three-pointer.
Got to get out on that if you're the defense. This rookie Shea can really do damage from the perimeter.
Hero passes to Wiggins. They set the pick. Kicks it out to Hero. Now, here's Adebayo. Adebayo with a screen for Mitchell. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Shea. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. And the Hawks lead by 2. And the foul on Dyson Daniel. That's his 5th foul. And it's the Heat with the ball. Pass to Ware. Hero with it to the right side. And here's Adebayo outside. 1:09 left in the first overtime. LeVert in the corner. Lets it go with a 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And LeVert with that slashing approach coupled with the outside shot. Boy, he is not an easy cover.
Hero kicks to Ware. Money! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And the crowd is loving this long-range bomb attack that we're seeing here tonight. Coming right back to answer a 3 with one of their own.
Mitchell against LeVert. Pass to Adebayo. And here is Hero. Back to Adebayo. On the way, Wiggins. Adebayo the screen. And Wiggins gets it to go on the assist by Adebayo.
And what a huge bucket from Wiggins. The Canadian has continued to build confidence and now wants the big shot.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
6 on the shot clock. Johnson with a screen on Hero. Puts up a 3. Can't get the 3 to fall. And so the big win by Miami in a tight game. Yes, thank you for that, David.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the deal with the dice and me and
Afraid to slow the pace of the game.
Well, B.A., it's because they're both adept at operating their half-court sets. They don't feel the need to push the tempo all the time.
So the opening lineup for the Timberwolves, Conley and Ant are the 1 and the 2. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's McDaniels in at the 3 slot. Now here's Conley. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, my goodness. The athleticism of Anthony Edwards on full display.
Pass to Ware. Adebayo with it. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Eric Spoelstra and I got a chance to catch up for a bit. I asked him directly about facing Anthony Edwards, and Coach said he's just so dynamic, right? Our hope is that we can control the pace, make this our kind of game, and he'll be a little less explosive. So the plan is to stifle Edwards by not letting him play at his tempo. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie. Here's Ware. And he gets the bucket. And here's Randle. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And Grant, the Heat, last season retiring Udonis Haslam's number 40.
Yeah, he played his entire 2-decade career in his hometown of Miami. And for all of his contributions on the court, he meant to this organization off the floor was just as important.
Just 3 to shoot. Edwards finds Randle. And here's Gobert from the arc. That shot missing.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Pass to Ware. Shoots. Edwards pulls it in. The Timberwolves have gone 1 for 3 so far. Conley looking for an opening. And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds to Minnesota. McDaniels got room. Here's Gobert. Oh, persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
We always know this has been a strength of Rudy Gobert, getting the offensive window. Nicely done.
Here's Hero. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt.
And that's where you want to make the next pass. This guy is a good scorer, but the defense was right on him.
For 3, Randle. And it's Miami with a rebound. Hero, left side. Back to Adebayo. 6 to shoot. From behind the arc. And it's Ware missing. And here's Gobert. He'll bring it up for the T-Wolves. 1:56 left in the first quarter here. Wiggins against Edwards. Inside. And here's Mitchell. Pass to Adebayo. Hero with it. Adebayo, a screen on Gobert. Outside Mitchell. Stolen by Conley. To the inside. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. Minnesota shooting their first free throw of the game. And that one misses. Gobert passes to Randall. Outside McDaniels. Here's Edwards. Just 5 on the clock. Pure from three-point range. Edwards has got 5.
Well, in pick and roll action, you've got to be aggressive as a scorer. Anthony Edwards with the bucket.
They set the pick. Pass to Hero. Randall with a steal. And here we go. The Timberwolves on the run. Stolen by Mitchell. Hero for 3. Knocks down the triple.
Yeah, and this is how you finish off the fast break. Hero, great at taking initiative in these situations.
Randall, a screen on Mitchell. Outside McDaniels. Now Conley. No made baskets yet. Shot clock at 6. Here's Edwards. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Man, that's strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact. Doesn't bother him.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Wiggins passes to Adebayo. Hero against Edwards. Back to Adebayo. Adebayo, a screen on Gobert. Ware. Off target from three-point range. And so the first quarter is in the books. The T-Wolves on top, up by 4. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter of action so far. And when you consider how Minnesota is doing, guys, your thoughts?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
On the court for the Timberwolves, second quarter underway. We've got Naz Reid, Dante DiVincenzo out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then it's Miller, and it's Shannon in at small forward. Heat trail by 4. Rozier looking around. Pass to Robinson. There's the triple. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
Here's Shannon. Outside Reid. Miller, a screen on Love. Outside, DiVincenzo. And Rozier pulls it down.
Unbelievable. He blew that. Look, guys, no clue what went wrong there.
Here's Jovic. And the Heat, another 3.
We all know Terry Rozier can score the ball, but boy, showing the selflessness right there with that pass.
DiVincenzo on the wing, pounded by Rozier. Rozier against DiVincenzo. Outside, Alexander-Walker. Right side Reid. Baseline try. Tipped.
Well, Kevin Love, such a smart defender. Send it back.
The Heat with the lead. Here's Jovic. Offline with a 3. Minnesota shooting the ball at around 42% for the game. Right side Reid. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Jovic passes to Robinson. No good on the triple. Here's Reid. A slam dunk by Reid. Woo!
His energy is unmatched.
The finish and transition, nice and easy.
And Naz Reid has proven to be a matchup nightmare for opposing big men, Doris.
He has, VA, and the reason is he's bigger and stronger than most 4 men. Traditional 5s are too slow to stay with him. He can space you out to the three-point line, or he can punish you on the inside. Naz has got big-time game.
DiVincenzo on the wing. Clock at 6. Pass to Shannon. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. They get it back. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
It's all about the offensive boards. I mean, they're just a statement about toughness, trying to demoralize your opponent by outworking them, out-hustling them.
And boy, have they started out quick, running the floor, taking advantage of their speed.
To the paint. Here's Alexander Walker. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I'll tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
DiVincenzo against Rozier. The 3-ball. Love grabs the miss. Miami trailing. Robinson with it. Now Alexander Walker defending. And the ball out of play. The Timberwolves will have it.
That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
Minnesota's gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. DiVincenzo, the pass to Alexander Walker. Reid to screen on Robinson. Pass to Shannon. To the right side. From the arc. Rebound Miami. Outside Jaquez. Takes a 3. They get it again. Love passes to Robinson. Fires the 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Robinson's got 6 points in the quarter. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
Alexander Walker, the pass to DiVincenzo. Reid to screen on Rozier. Here's DiVincenzo. An easy 2 on the layup. DiVincenzo's got 5 points.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Rozier, the pass to Love. Robinson on the wing. There's a screen by Love from outside the arc. Robinson can't hit. Deflects the pass. Here's Alexander Walker. And it's all from three-point range. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's Minnesota. Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Boy, you gotta like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him, and then, of course, executing.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end, and boy, this young guy has done just that.
Tyler Hero is out there with Mitchell. Then it's Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Ware in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Back to Adebayo. Wiggins against Conley. Oh, Wiggins! Bullseye with the 3. Well, Grant, with players getting bigger and more athletic, do you support moving the restricted area out?
Yeah, B.A., I would. We've seen a lot of injuries when defenders slide underneath elevated players on the drive. So cutting down that risk makes a lot of sense.
5 to shoot. Outside for Randall. Out to the right wing. Whoop, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
Miami has got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. Conley against Hero. Adebayo, a screen on Conley. Pass to Adebayo. To the middle. Three-pointer. And again, it's Miami from deep.
Just another thing that Bam brings to your team, the ability to knock down jumpers.
Conley against Mitchell. The kick out to Edwards. McDaniels from long range. He can't get that one to fall. Miami leading by 5. Wiggins outside. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Misses the 3. Edwards finds Randall. Here's Conley. Back to Randall. Pass to Edwards. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. It goes on Bam Adebayo. Well, Doris, we've heard Anthony Edwards declare himself as the best player in the league.
Well, B.A., when you got the game to back it up, you don't mind putting yourself out there. And Anthony Edwards has charisma, highly skilled, and he's fearless when it matters most. Look out for the Ant-Man.
The 3 from Mitchell. He buries it from 3. Mitchell's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Timberwolves trail by 5. Gobert with a screen on Adebayo. Fires from deep, and that's good. Randall for 3.
Oh, my goodness. What a response by Randall. Yes, you can make a 3. So can I.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Julius Randall. That's his first foul of the game.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. McDaniels against Wiggins. Has to Ware. Outside Mitchell. Now here's Hero. Puts up a 3. And the Heat, another 3.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
For 3, Conley. Adebayo grabs the board. Heat leading by 5. Wiggins for 3. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got 7 rebounds in the game. Gobert with a screen on Mitchell. Pass to Randall. Back to Conley. And here's Randall. 6 on the shot clock. 18 feet out. Rebound Miami. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds now. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. And he'll be shooting his first free throw at 6'9". Bam Adebayo is on the shorter side of centers. Yet he is elite defensively, Grant.
He's been top 5 in Defensive Player of the Year voting a bunch of times. Bam has an incredible motor, a great IQ, and he's a switchable big. That's huge in today's game.
There's a screen. It's Wiggins on the wing. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Randall, the pass to Gobert. Randall deciding where to go with it. Pass to McDaniels. The offensive rebound. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Conley against Mitchell. McDaniels passes to Randall. Goes back up. Count it. Randall's got 5 points.
Unleashes the bounce pass. An accurate assist.
Adebayo from long range. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And we've reached the end of the third. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the court for Minnesota, Naz Reid out there with Miller. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then it's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Shannon in at the small forward position. Miller, the pass to DiVincenzo. Miller, a screen on Rozier. For 3, DiVincenzo. Love grabs the miss. Love's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Jovic. Love, a screen on Miller. Here's Jovic. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt. Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. There's a screen by Love. Rozier outside. DiVincenzo with a steal. He launches a 3. And Rozier pulls it down. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Heat?
Their hot shooting from long distance has been the key. Spacing the floor and rising up with that confidence.
Another thing I thought they did well was pressure. They forced a ton of turnovers, turned those opportunities into points.
Burks, he's checked in for Miami.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Burks with it, picked up by Reid. Outside Love. Outside Robinson. There's a screen by Love. Fires for 3. Robinson can't hit.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it. And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack. Oh, the defense has to stay attached to him on the perimeter.
Timberwolves trail by 7. Outside, DiVincenzo. Miller, a screen on Burks. DiVincenzo, the pass to Alexander Walker. Just 5 to shoot. DiVincenzo against Burks. Launches it, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Screen by Robinson. Pass to Jaquez. Shot clock at 6. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. Here's Miller. And the fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
Fires it. No good, off the front rim.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
There's the 3. The shot that time not on target. Timberwolves trail by 7. Pass to Shannon. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Good on the first, and that trims the lead to 6. A line change here for Miami, and Minnesota will go for a different look here. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Reid. Randall comes in for Miller. Edwards, he's checked in for Alexander Walker. And Mike Conley is subbed in for DiVincenzo.
They're really employing a deep-range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
And that one's good from Conley.
A savvy playmaker with a great handle. Conley runs such a smooth pick and roll.
Adebayo from long range. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
You know, I think it's desperation time for them.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
Gobert on the high post. Working on Adebayo. The kick out to Conley. Over Mitchell. Off the mark from 16 feet. Adebayo in the post. Randall's there. Adebayo sets a screen. Hero finds Adebayo. Randall pulls down the board. And short of a miracle, they're walking out of here with a tough loss.
They fought all night. A terrific effort, but they just couldn't make enough big plays.
Here's Shannon. Drives to the hoop. Count it! Here's Mitchell. Wiggins right side. And again, no good by Miami. No good. And so Miami takes the win. This one was in. Thanks, Alec. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us.
their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Conley in at the point. And so it's the Hawks getting on the board first. Edwards kicks to Conley. Randle outside. And it's sent back by Okongwu. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Daniels inside the line. They grab their own miss. Okongwu finds LeVert. Here's Johnson. Pass to Rizichet. Just 4 to shoot. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Daniels, no good. And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's a 3-point game. Gobert the pass to Conley. Randle left side. Out to Conley. Randle a screen on LeVert. Conley's shot is off. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks, Greg, they've gone as far as their defense has let them.
You look back at their conference finals run in 21, that was the last time they had a top 10 defense. So scoring's never been the issue with this core, but defense has been non-existent.
Now here's Edwards down low. Out to Conley. Back to Randle. Tries yet again. Uses the glass to drop it in.
You know, Randle has a nice package. He's got a good touch, good mechanics, and he's a capable mid-range shooter.
Pass to Johnson. Back to Daniels. Fires the 3. Rizichet with it. Johnson from outside. It's hauled in by Edwards. Here's Conley. Now Gobert to the left wing. Outside Edwards. For 3. The shot will not fall.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point line.
Boy, Karis LeVert has done a nice job elevating his playmaking ability, which helps him and his team.
Here's Conley, following the 3 by Atlanta. Randle from outside, falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Randle from outside. Here's Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
Gobert so good around the rim. Had that shot back before the defense could do anything with it.
Here's Daniels, covered by Conley. Daniels, no good. Timberwolves trail by 4. Outside Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. It's stolen by Johnson. Daniels with it. 3-pointer, LeVert. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. LeVert's got a couple of threes now in the first with the Hawks. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Over in the corner, McDaniels. It's tipped. Pass break here. Here come the Hawks. Pass to Rizichet. Back to LeVert. From the arc. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. For Minnesota, they've gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game.
Nice hustle from Conley that time. When the break is available, he really gets after it.
Daniels with it, over by Conley. From deep. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Pass to Gobert. Edwards looking it over. Outside Conley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Bucks ahead. They lead by 8. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Hawks.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And also, guys, they're playing for one another right now. All those extra passes are leading to easy buckets.
So with Johnson on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. Niang out there with Nance. Then it's Terrence Mann, and it's Young, and it's Capella in at the center filling out the middle. Here's Mann, defended by Alexander Walker. 3 on the clock. Here's Capella. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Timberwolves trail by 8, and it's Alexander Walker in the corner. Good, and Miller gets the assist. Alexander Walker's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Young outside. Nance outside. Young against Miller. Out to Nance. Capella sets a screen for Nance. Lets it fly from 18. That will not get it done. He's 0 for 2. Jacks up a 3. Rebound by the Hawks. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Mann gets the bucket.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Here's Alexander Walker. Pass to Shannon. Puts up a 3. Nance gets the rebound. The Hawks leading by 8. Here's Mann.
Minnesota foul. Miller. His first. Team first.
DiVincenzo against Young. Shoots over DiVincenzo. Young inside. Defended by DiVincenzo. Young, good.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Hey, Clark, no one covers the college game like you. And for new pros, what are the biggest challenges adjusting to life in the NBA and the play itself?
Speed and size, Kevin. I mean, that's where it really starts. You've got to be in great condition. But the speed and size of the players at the NBA level is unlike any other basketball you play. Everybody in the NBA is big and athletic. And things are just played and done at a much faster pace.
Pass to Reed. Alexander Walker on the wing. Defended by Mann. The shot's good from Alexander Walker.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Here's Niang. The kick out to Young. 1:56 left to play here in the half. Just 5 to shoot. Nance outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Timberwolves trail by 8. It's tipped. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here.
Risky pass there. They're lucky to retain possession this time.
And it's out of bounds. Nice touch by Nance.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Reed with a screen on Young. DiVincenzo gets the bucket.
DiVincenzo with the nice touch on the inside shot. Boy, he really knows how to make it work at close range.
Niang fires for three, cans it from downtown.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
DiVincenzo with it. Back to Alexander Walker. Shot clock at 6. Now Reed. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Young looking around. Capella. Here's Nance. Here's the drive. The kick out to Young. And the 3 off target. Timberwolves trail by 9. Alexander Walker passes to Reed. Ball's knocked loose. Back to Alexander Walker. Shot clock at 5. Miller. Pass to Shannon. Here's DiVincenzo. Goes back up. That shot no good.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take it down.
And so it's Atlanta ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Looking. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Here's Conley. And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. Conley and Edwards are the guards. McDaniels is out there with Randall. And it's Gobert in at the 5 spot. Edwards passes to Randall. And Randall throws it down.
Boy, what a throwdown by the well-built 6'9" Julius Randle with power.
And you see, don't you, Clark, the steady progression year over year for Anthony Edwards.
Well, he's already an all-star since his 3rd season. With Edwards, the chance is there, if he continues to show the same improvement he's shown thus far, that he's going to be MVP caliber, and I dare say, perhaps the face of the league for several years to come.
McDaniels finds Gobert. Back to McDaniel. 4 on the shot clock. Gobert with a wide open look. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And then Johnson with the dunk.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Randall from outside hits the 3-point bomb. Randall's got 10.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Johnson gets the bucket.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
The Hawks leading by 8. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Lets it go from deep. Bangs on the trifecta. Johnson's got 7 points for the quarter.
And this kid, Ricochet, is a team-first kind of player, willing to give it up to the open man.
Now, here's McDaniels. Defense right on him. Randall with the bucket.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
It's stolen by Randall. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. The Timberwolves shooting their 2nd free throw attempt on the night.
And Conley's the guy that leads by example. And as a result, his teammates respect and trust him completely.
3-pointer. And finished off by Gobert.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Timberwolves trail by 6. Conley kicks to Randall. Outside Edwards. Randall down low. Johnson's there. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Atlanta leading by 6. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Pass to Rizichet. Three-pointer, Daniels. From outside the arc. Knocks down the 3-ball. Daniels has got 9.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
It's Randall with the drive, the dunk, and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to go on Onyeka Okongwu. And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. And that one misses. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. They've led by as many as 11 points. Aston Yang. Here's Capella. And that's a foul called on Naz Reid. That is his first foul of the game. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Up top, Nance. Young outside. Clock at 6. From past the arc. Rebound, Minnesota. We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. You love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
Randall passes to Alexander Walker. Reed with a screen for Randall. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Atlanta leading by 7. Aston Yang takes a 3. Traps in the tray. He has 6.
And how about the find by Trae, making sure he keeps his teammates involved.
The Timberwolves have gone to even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Three-pointer, Randall. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got 6 rebounds in the game. And again, Atlanta with the triple.
You know, a stellar floor general. Young has that uncanny ability to find his guys at the right time. Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish.
Maybe that'll help them recapture their edge a little bit, guys.
The Hawks shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
And, you know, that just added to their confidence at the offensive end. I mean, knowing that free throw shooting was something they didn't have to worry about gave them a lot of confidence to play freely.
DiVincenzo against Young. That's good, and the Atlanta lead is cut down now to just 10 on the basket from DiVincenzo.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Going inside. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks going into the break with a 10-point lead. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this way?
Yeah, and as a 2-guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter, so it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. So with Johnson on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. Young is out there with Terrence Mann. Then there's Larry Nance. Then there's George Niang. And it's Capella in at center. The Hawks leading by 10. And stolen by DiVincenzo. Three-pointer, Randall. Headshot off. The Hawks shooting here about 46% for the game. Nance sends a screen for Young. No good on the triple. Timberwolves shooting for the game at 42%. Shannon, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And Clark, here's a great guy to have in the rotation, Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
Loved him in college. Loved his versatility, and I thought it would translate nicely to the NBA. Took him a minute to find his rhythm, but he's got great length, which makes him versatile defensively, and he can play with just about anybody because he's got good all-around offensive skills.
Pass to Niang. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. Both teams deciding to change it up. "60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. And that one's good. Reza Shea.
And such a nice stroke for a rookie. We should say looking like a polished shooter already.
Conley with it. Okongwu covering. Johnson against Randall. Rebound by the Hawks. Daniels with it. Takes the three. Another three for Atlanta.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Now McDaniels, and the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Trae Young, he's checked in for Karis LeVert.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
A crafty scorer. Conley makes the most of his opportunities down low.
Got a piece of it. Pass to Daniels.
Watch out below. Come on now. Throw it down.
Whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard.
Tell you what, the coach's heart was in his throat, and he was in shock and awe. But now he's got a big smile on his face.
If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Young against Conley. And Young kicks to Johnson. The basket good. Off the assist from Young. Young's got his fourth assist in this one.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
They get it back. That one's in there. The Hawks' lead is cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Gobert.
Clearly the strength of Gobert's game. Tough cover down low.
On the wing, Daniels. Here's the three. Mike Conley grabs the miss. Timberwolves have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Edwards' shot is good.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Pass to Reza Shea. Young from outside. Offensive rebound. Daniels. Johnson, a wide open look. Off target from three-point range.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Right side, Edwards. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Timberwolves trail by 10. Here's Conley. Out to Edwards. 4 on the clock. Here's McDaniels. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Atlanta shooting a pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Hawks.
It was like watching a three-point shooting contest tonight here.
And they just didn't seem to let up, whether the last several shots went down or not. 3 after 3, it just seemed to pay off for them.
Here's Young. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Pass to Daniels. Here's Okongwu. He trains the quick shot.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Randall no good. Here's Atlanta now. Johnson, the pass to Young. Back to Johnson. The basket good. Off the assist from Young. And the Hawks lead by 15.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Rudy Gobert.
Poked away. Stolen by Conley. Reza Shea with the steal. Can't connect. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. Even early on in this one. Thank you, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the field. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
welcome everyone to NBA. Well, Brent, tonight we got a great... front court. Matchup.
Yeah, this is a game, BA, I think that has been circled on the calendar. These guys are competitive, but there are positional rivalries that do exist, and the only way you can measure up is standing across from your opponent. We've got that here tonight. Who's going to get the best of who?
And the starting lineup for Miami. They've got Bam Adebayo. Tyler Hero is out there with Mitchell. Then it's Andrew Wiggins, and it's Ware in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. They get it back. Jacks up a three, and he buries his first look.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Pass to Johnson. Okongwu, a screen on Adebayo. Back to Johnson. Lets the three fly. The rebound by Ware. Hero on the wing. He takes it in. Adebayo passes to Wiggins. Adebayo sets a screen. Lets it fly. And the shot's good by Wiggins.
Wiggins playing with the ruler as he measured that one up.
On offense, here are the Hawks. It's a 5-point game. Well, Grant, the Miami Heat are as professionally run as any franchise in this league.
Yeah, and certain numbers point to that. They minimize turnovers, they don't commit cheap fouls, and they hit their free throws. So, in other words, they don't give anything away.
And the Heat, another three.
And that's a good shot for Wiggins. I mean, he can be deadly from the corner.
Here's Daniels. The kick out to Johnson. And there's the screen. And that time also a missed shot.
That's how you stay connected to a shooter. Was right in his jersey.
Pass to Ware. Now Hero. And there's another one for the Heat.
They're starting to pull away here as their shots keep falling.
Start to feel their confidence. That's the difference between the success they're having now and the struggles they faced earlier.
Here's LeVert. Back to Daniels. Here's the three. On target from range.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
Hero, the pass to Mitchell. Now here's Adebayo. Here's Wiggins. Back to Adebayo. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Johnson. Adebayo, no good.
I admire the play call. They just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Now here's LeVert. Johnson a screen on Hero. Daniels misses. And so it's Wiggins with it. He brings it up for Miami. Has to Ware. The three is up. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
On the wing, Daniels. Hounded by Wiggins. It's Daniels with a drive. And here's LeVert for 3. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got 4 rebounds now. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Jalen Johnson is developing the complete game. He said, I watch the guys who do everything. That's my mindset. I want to be at least solid in every department and then keep building on that, adding bits and pieces here and there. Brian, his versatility is already drawing attention league-wide.
Yeah, there's no question about that, Allie. Thank you. And out on the wing, Zach Rizachet has so many things scouts are looking for these days.
Yeah, B.A., this guy has tremendous potential as a two-way threat. Great length, good athleticism, and his jump shot could be elite.
And we have seen Andrew Wiggins step up as the second-best player on a title team. But it's all about his consistency, Brent.
Well, Andrew Wiggins' role, I believe, changed last year. A little in and out of the lineup for Andrew, and the changes around him have not been ideal. I hope that he embraces whatever it is that the coaching staff wants him to lock in this year, because as a two-way player, Andrew Wiggins is still very capable. And Hero, one of those guys who just rely on coming in and giving you that offensive pop. Does a lot of things for his team on that end of the floor.
Pass to Ware. From deep, Mitchell. Rebounded by Johnson. Hawks trail by 18. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Will it go? Back to Daniels. There's 31 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Ooh, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Miami leading by 16. Over to the wing. Wiggins looking around. The three. And again, no good by Miami. Okongwu, the pass to Daniels. Johnson a screen on Wiggins. Outside Johnson. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wiggins.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Here's Daniels. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's the Miami Heat with... We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And quite a position here for the Heat to be in. What do you guys think?
On the front foot, really right off the tip. They've been ruthless offensively.
Well, just taking it right at the opposition and the other team right now. No answers and no way to slow them down.
We've got Trae Young, Clint Capella out there with Larry Nance. Then it's Terrence Mann, and it's Krejci in at the two-guard spot. So that's the Hawks 5. Hawks trail by 16. The kick out to Nance. From deep, sinks the tray. Nance has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
Nance Jr. wasting no time and quick decision-making, helping out that possession.
Outside for Love. Pass to Jovic. Jaquez with a screen on Nance. Jovic. And a miss there on the triple.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
And six-man, a common term in basketball, has a unique meaning for the Atlanta Hawks, Grant.
Yeah, it's the name of their fan base. Extremely loyal and passionate. And they've swayed the outcome of games.
Love with the ball. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
I like seeing Love work that in-between area. He's got a great understanding of when it is that he's going to have the room to fire.
Young on the drive. Capella, screen on Jaquez. The kick out to Nance. They grab their own miss. Pass to Mann. Capella, screen on Jaquez. That cuts the lead to single digits. Mann's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Now here's Robinson. Still no points. The three. The rebound by the Hawks.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Nance, the pass to Mann. Nice move. The kick out to Young. Nance outside. Pass to Mann. Young looking over the floor. Three-pointer off the mark. And it's Jaquez with the ball for the Miami Heat. Atlanta with a rebound. Capella's got 4 rebounds now. Young, the pass to Nance. Outside man. Screen by Young. From downtown. Oh, the lethal three ball of Young. Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
Now here's Young. He has 6. Pass to Krejci. Back to Young. Lets it go from deep. Love grabs the miss. Heat leading by 9. Here's Jovic. Robinson for 3. And again, it's Miami from deep.
That's his game right there. Robinson, one of the more deadly shooters in the NBA.
Atlanta's gone 50% from the perimeter in this second, shooting 4 of 8. Here's Mann. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist. Mann's got 6 points in the quarter.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Jaquez, the pass to Burks. Jaquez with a screen on Young. Outside Love. For 3, Robinson. The rebound by Atlanta. Capella's got 5 rebounds in the game. Up top man, defended by Burks. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by the Heat. Pass to Jovic. Jaquez with a screen on Capella. Jovic shot is off. Now Young. They set the pick. He gets it up. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so we've reached the end of the first half of play. Miami out in front, up by 9. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
They're thinking about the shot.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books, one half to go. How about Andrew Wiggins? Man, is he playing well.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
They're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
And let's take a look at Miami. Bam Adebayo is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then there's Mitchell. Then there's Tyler Hero. And it's Ware in at the center position, filling out the middle. Here's Ware. Back to Mitchell. Pass to Ware for 3. Hits a three-pointer. Ware's got 9.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
The shot by LeVert, no good. Heat leading by 10. And Brent, the Heat always looking to compete, year in, year out.
Well, for good reason. This team takes a lot of pride in giving themselves a chance every year. And the way the front office conducts their business is they believe they can put together the type of roster that is going to go out there and take care of things to put them in position to be successful.
Miami's gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Drew the contact, and they want a second opinion on that call. The signal for the coach's change.
Shooting for Miami's overturned. Davion Mitchell.
Many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Pass to Rizachet. Takes the 3. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just a great follow-up move by Daniels. Coaches love guys who are ready to fight for the play.
Here's Hero. Now Adebayo. And here's Mitchell. He's checked by LeVert. Down low. It's stolen by Okongwu. And a fast break now for the Hawks. Three-pointer. And LeVert with a bucket on the assist from Okongwu.
That's a big make for LeVert. Should help his confidence.
Adebayo sets a screen. Mitchell, the pass to Adebayo. Hero right side. Pass to Mitchell. And there's a pick from the baseline. It's rebounded by Rizache.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Here's Daniels. And the three off target. And so Adebayo will bring it up for Miami. They led by as many as 18. Drops one in from the wing. And the Heat lead by 9.
Nothing to force here. Wiggins patient, and he found the open man.
Daniels passes to Johnson. Outside for LeVert. This one for three. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. It's Wiggins on the wing. He's got 10. Pass to Ware, and here's Hero. Fires the three. Nails it from beyond the arc. Hero's got 10 points in the game.
You can tell Tyler Hero has put some hours in shooting the rock.
Here's Mitchell. 4-3. Can't hit that one.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Daniels passes to LeVert. This one for three. Daniels, that one's true. Daniels has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, a complete offensive player. Daniels can set people up, and he can knock down shots.
Hero, the pass to Wiggins. Wiggins for the triple.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Heat leading by 12. Pass to Mitchell. It's stolen. Here's Rizache. He's guarded by Hero. And here's LeVert. Buries it from three. He has 6.
A good shooter with a smooth stroke. LeVert's ability to hit shots can take him very far in this league.
Now here's Wiggins. He's closely guarded. Adebayo with a steal. Here's Mitchell. Okongwu with the rebound. Okongwu's got his 4th rebound in this one. Johnson on the wing. Launches it. The offensive rebound. There's a screen for three. Here's Daniels. And at the buzzer! Count it!
Just textbook.
And so it's Miami with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. Larry Nance is out there with Clint Capella. Then it's Terrence Mann. Then it's Trae Young. And it's Krejci in at the 2. So that's the Hawks 5. Now here's Nance. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Robinson passes to Jovic. Here's Jaquez. No good with the triple. Hawks trail by 9. Pass to Krejci. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Love. Fast break. Here come the Heat. 3-pointer, no good. Right side, Young. Sinks it from distance.
All about getting into a rhythm as a shooter. Trae Young finds his. He's pretty fine at taking those shots.
Outside Love. Pass to Jovic. There's the 3. Knocks down the long J. And the Heat lead by 9.
Impressive offensive versatility for big. He can show you a variety of looks.
Here's Young. It's stolen by Jaquez. The 3 is up. Ooh, poked away.
That's a look he couldn't pass up. He just couldn't get it to go.
And a deep 3 from Young. Rebound Miami. They led by as many as 18. Here's Jovic. And the 3-pointer goes.
And let's face it, when you're down this many points, you simply can't let him get that good of a look.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Just merciless. The answer by Young at the arc.
When you hit a 3 on Young, you can expect him to come right back at you.
Love finds Jaquez. Capella with it. Guarded now by Jaquez. Young against Burks. Right wing. Capella screen on Robinson. Back to Young. Outside man. Clock at 6. Back to Young. They set the screen. There's the triple. The putback. Here's Krejci. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young. Young's got 3 assists in the game.
And good recognition there from Trey. It's part of his role. He's got to find open guys.
And Burks gets it to go.
It's clear there's a lot of pride on the line in this one.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
Here's Jovic. A minute 42 left in the 4th quarter here. And no good. Hawks trail by 9. Young with it, and it's Robinson picking him up. Krejci, the pass to Young. Let's go with a 3. Rebounded by Jovic. Miami has gone 4 of 8 from 3-point land during the 4th. Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. Burks has got 6 here in the quarter.
You're leaving him all alone? Good luck. He's going to drill that every time.
Here's Young. And Atlanta misses again.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots, not the wild one he took there.
Well, with a comeback out of range, we can put a bow on this one. Good performance for the Heat.
They were the more accurate club, and in the end, that made the difference, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you have to love their strategy. And even more, you love the execution.
And he can't stop the run as that one misses. Puts up a deep 3. The rebound by Atlanta. And we've got 28 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter of this one. Hits the trifecta. We've got 22 seconds left in the 4th quarter. From deep. Robinson can't hit. And here's Young. Takes the 3. Robinson gets the bucket. So it's the Heat winning this one easily. It ends up